My name is Aarush Kolli, and today I'll be presenting about my project, which is about storms. What are storms? Storms are a violent atmospheric disturbance. Storms can cause cloud cover, precipitation, strong winds, and possibly thunder and lightning. How are thunderstorms formed? Thunderstorms originate from the interaction of warm, moist air rising into the atmosphere and cooler air sinking. Several key ingredients are required for their formation. Moisture. Moisture is essential as it provides the necessary fuel for the thunderstorm development. Warm, moist air near the Earth's surface rises and cools as it ascends. The other two ingredients are instability and lift. How to identify a thunderstorm? If you are looking at a satellite view of the Earth, this will show you how to identify if a storm is forming. Clouds with a cold surface are usually very high up in the sky. This could mean that they are tall enough to be a thunderstorm. Meteorologists monitor the messages that the weather satellite brings them, and if the cloud in those images are rapidly growing, that could be a clue that thunderstorms are forming. Clouds can give clues if thunderstorms are forming. These are the different types of clouds. There are 12 different types of clouds in total. Here are the high-level clouds: cirrus clouds, cirrostratus clouds, and cirrocumulus clouds. These are the mid-level clouds: altocumulus clouds, altostratus clouds, and nimbostratus clouds. Here are the low clouds: cumulus clouds, stratus clouds, cumulonimbus clouds, and stratocumulonimbus clouds. Here are the special clouds: mammatus clouds and orographic clouds. These are the different types of storms. Single cell storm, which is here. These storms are brief and cause no harm. Multi-cell storms. These thunderstorms are stronger than the single cell ones, and they can last for hours at a time. Supercell storms. These storms are incredibly dangerous. They are the storms that cause tornadoes. They can span up to 10 miles in diameter and as large as 50,000 feet tall. This is another type of storm called the mesoscale convecting system. This type of storm is a series of thunderstorms that act as a system. Mesoscale convective complex. It's a type of MCS. It is a large circle-shaped and long-lived cluster of showers. Mesoscale convective vortex. It's a low-pressure system in an MCS that pulls winds in like a vortex. Sometimes it can go into a life of its own. Derecho. It's a widespread, long-lived windstorm that is usually accompanied by a series of showers, moving showers. They can cause the same amount of damage as a thunderstorm, but they move in a straight line. Tornadoes. Tornadoes are a slim, violently rotating column of strong winds that extends from a thunderstorm to the ground. It is hard to see since wind is invisible. You can only see a thunderstorm unless it forms a condensation funnel made up of water droplets, dust, and debris. Tornadoes can be one of the most destructive storms of the century. Tornadoes are measured by the enhanced Fujita scale. This scale is a 1 to 5 scale rated by maximum sustained winds and the damage it causes. Hurricanes. Hurricanes are one of the most powerful storms that produce winds, storm surges, and heavy showers, which can cause inland flooding, tornadoes, and rip currents. The Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale is a 1 to 5 rating or category scale based on a hurricane's maximum sustained winds. Hurricane Harvey. It is one of the strongest storms to hit Texas. Hurricane Harvey was a Category 4 hurricane which brought catastrophic damage to Texas. Hurricane Harvey brought 34 trillion gallons of water to Texas. It also costed $125 billion to repair the damage it caused. Differences among a cyclone, hurricane, and typhoon. They are the same type of storm, but the only thing that differentiates them between each other are their location. Storm surges. Storm surges can make sea levels rise to astronomical heights during a storm, mainly hurricanes. They can cause the sea tide to rise above ground level, which can cause flooding. So, storm surges sometimes can be even more destructive than the wind that the storm brings. You can protect from storm surges by building storm surge gates. There are storm surge gates in Sweden that Texas is modeling their gates on. Texas is planning to put storm surge gates in Yellowstone, which might cost $25 to $35 billion. Conclusion. Storms are one of the most powerful natural disasters of the century. They can cause mass destruction to towns, cities, states, and even small countries. Hurricanes and tornadoes can be powerful and cause injuries and even casualties. Storms can cause all sorts of problems like heavy winds, flooding, and storm surges. It can also cause major damage to cities and towns. Storms like hurricanes and tornadoes can rip up buildings and throw them around the city. Storm surge gates and flood barriers are built to protect highly vulnerable urban areas and infrastructure where storm surges and sea flooding could have major impacts. My bibliography. I used some websites to gather my data, like NASA and NOAA, and some other websites.